Hey, what's up everybody, the Destroyer here, and welcome back to another cast of Lord of the Rings Battle for Middle-earth 2, patch 1.08. Today we have a 1v1 on Ports of Isen II to take a look at here. So we'll be doing so. Today we have RECON Xelenos as the elf player in the top left, and his opponent today is RanDoM as the men of the west in the bottom right. So we have men versus elves here. Should be a good match, hopefully. Both these players are pretty good, I happen to know. So, of course, you've seen Xelenos play a million times already. Not a million. I don't do that many 1.08 casts, but I think every one of them, almost every one of them, has him in it, since they're mostly sent from him. Anyway, and I do know RanDoM's pretty good. So it looks like RanDoM's going for a stables away from his base, because he did hear the far side go down on his fort. So he's building his stables away from his fort to keep Xelenos on his toes here. Xelenos does not know he was going for cavalry, so he is building archers, thinking maybe he's going for some possibly swordsmen. So that is not going to end well for those archers, that is for sure, as I'm sure there will be a Gondor Knight Battalion out shortly. And there it is. Actually, I can use my keys a little bit. There we go. Has he spotted it? I think he spotted it, and he's turning away. And he'll probably immediately... Nope. He's going to finish those art... Okay, never mind. He's canceled his archers and he's going to get pikemen, so he has spotted that there is cavalry coming. Is he already able to use that again? Wow, the cooldown on far side is quick. And it wears off as soon as it's ready to be used again, pretty much. And it does give a temporary range bonus to units in the area as well. So that's kind of cool. I do like that addition to the power, I must admit. Alright, we have our first battalion of Gondor Knights out in the field. And hold ground stance, I guess, to keep their armor up. Keep them a little, it does make them a little slower, I believe, in patch 1.8, like every other patch. He's using the builder to troll the cave troll there. That's pretty nice. Troll trying to hit the builder, but just being pelted by arrow fire. That's a really good tactic, actually. I would have never thought of that. Definitely, that's something to take to the bank right there. Learn from his mastery of creeping troll layers. And he does take the troll layer down there, and he can take the building rubble out and get the money as well, as soon as he's ready to do so. He has more archers out in the field. Of course, he should have some pikemen out there somewhere. He sent these pikes down here to this warg lair to creep this. Oh, keyboard's freaking out there. Does RanDoM have anything other than cavalry as of yet? He's actually demolished his stable and built a standard barracks and a archer range. Now he's got Gondor archers and he's getting some Gondor soldiers as well. So transitioning into a more standard army. But he does still have some cavalry ready to be used. He's using his scouts really just to see what these guys are doing. He does not want to trample these, of course, though. Ooh, taking a little poke damage there. He didn't lose any guys though, so that's good. Of course, if he does lose too many, he can also heal up. Looks like Xelenos, once again, using his archers to creep a lair over there as well. And now these archers are level 2, which is great. And those are as well. Alright, let's see. He's netted himself almost 3 power points now from creeping all those layers. So he does have a head start over RanDoM, who has 1 and a tiny bit. So that's always nice to have an advantage on your opponent, especially in the power point front. Looks like RanDoM does pick off one of his trees, though, with his Gondor Knights. Meanwhile, sending the bulk of his force to the center here. Unfortunately, though, the bulk of his force is not a match for the Elven army. The Elven archers are tearing to pieces. You see those Gondor archers falling very quickly. And he's throwing guys in front there, throwing down the Elven wood. And he tears through those pikemen there pretty easily. Maybe in patch 1.8 it's better to keep your guys in aggressive. Most people are going for shield wall and the whole ground stance to make them extremely tanky, but I mean that seemed pretty effective, at least to burst his way through them. Especially since he had the buff, I guess. The buff definitely helped. We do have a Legolas out for Xelenos though. which is a great hero. Of course, the Hawk Strike is amazing, and he just has really good range and is able to pick off units very easily. With some Lorien Mortars out for Xelenos as well. He's on a second barracks now. Continuing to get his economy going as well. Doesn't look like anyone's taken the north there. In the south, no one has claimed the inn either, but he does have a tree over here. Alright, let's take a look at everything as the stats stand. We have RECON Xelenos having 6 power points, his Farsight, and he has 180 of 500 command points. We have 344 command points of 600, so looks like RanDoM has a higher economy than his opponents, and he has 5 power points with a Elven Wood. So Xelenos is 1 power point ahead at the moment, which isn't going to make too much of a difference, really, but we'll see. Looks like that farm was cancelled there. The builder needs to get away. Will he be able to get away from these Elven Warriors, though? I think so. Of course, I think builders can build a wall hub anywhere in patch 1.08. So I think that build a wall hub to save your builder anywhere tactics is still viable. So he sent his builder with the army, though. And he does fend off that battalion there, although there is a bunch of archers coming through the center forward. They are tearing down these pikemen pretty easily. We're trying to finish creeping this lair, and it looks like Xelenos actually will get the gold and the power point from that, and he'll make his escape. This is the time where RanDoM really needs to get his cavalry back in action, I think. Unless he wants to try and overpower his enemy with Athelians, which looks like it's actually what he's planning on doing. Athelian archers will overpower Lorien archers, I believe. At least they should. A really good combo to counter this is the arrow volley with the is it arrow volley, or is it just my god, what's the power? What's the Athelian Ranger one called? I forget. Barrage? No, it's not barrage. I'm just gonna call it arrow volley. Well, Boromir Horn with arrow volley. That would tear that to pieces, that Elven army. Stun the Elven archers in place, and then you just... Well, or you can just shoot them to death. Boromir would be amazing here. RanDoM could do with a hero, but of course... Long shot! That's what it's called. How could I forget? And now these Athelian Rangers will tear these guys apart. Yeah, great range, great damage, especially against swordsmen. And those Lorien Warriors will have to escape. RanDoM has a pretty sizable force, actually. Lots of Gondor soldiers, Gondor archers, and now some Athelians with some pike support as well. We do have a Haldir out for Xelenos, who does have his Legolas still as well. So there's a little raiding party from RanDoM up on the top. They're being chased off. And now he's fighting on top of his Elven Wood as well, which in this patch, of course, gives the 50% armor, and enemy units lose their leadership bonus. Well, it looks like he's gone for the Hobbit allies as well. And we have Tom Bombadil as a summon, as a counter for that. Oh, there's a little firework ability. That's used by Tom Pippin or whatever. Merry and Pippin. I think they have Firecracker. I don't think Rise of the Witch King patch 2.02 has that. Look at Tom Bombadil kicking Hobbit ass here. He takes no shits from Hobbit scum, which is good.
We offer bows
as
from
he
Lorien.
shouldn't. We have some Linden, not Lindens, Rivendell Lancers out for Xelenos there. So now he has some cavalry support that'll definitely help him out, I think. Although there is still pikes to contend with, but if he's careful enough, these guys are out front. So I mean, if he's quick enough, he could swing through, get a nice run through, and then get away with that before touching too much of the pikes. Only time will tell whether that happens or not. I don't know who's hosting either, so that also comes into effect of whether you can stop in time, as you do get the delay if you're off host.
We ride from Rivendell.
Oh yeah, we're still observing the elves, aren't we? Let's go back to observing all so we can see all. The Lancers are engaging some Gondor Knights here. I'm not sure which is stronger in patch 1.08, I'm going to be honest. I haven't a clue. If I had to guess, I'd say it's Gondor Knights, though. But maybe not. The high attack of the Rivendell Lancers might be enough to overpower them. It's looking like no, though. There's enough Gondor Knights here. But they did get a head start. They took a farm in, they killed off a few of them, so who knows. Nice run through there, though, by the Gondor Knights. Killing quite a few of those archers in the river. Leaving many a corpse floating through the river downstream. Be a nice present for the next county. I don't know if they have counties in Middle-earth. Probably not. Region, province, whatever they call them. We got more lancers coming out, more archers there. Nothing in that barracks. More Thillions out for RanDoM. He's got more pikes coming out, some tower guards, of course. He's upgraded his stables to level 2. Now he's getting Rohirrim, which of course are amazing. Definitely want to upgrade to Rohirrim when you can over Gondor Knights, because they're just so much better. Now Xelenos gonna get a nice run through with his lancers there. He has 3 battalions of lancers that managed to pretty much avoid the pikemen and get through scot-free while destroying the archer army there. Now there's very few pikemen left. The archers focusing on the pikes and just leaving everyone else to be trampled. That's pretty brutal. Now RanDoM will retreat here with whatever he has remaining to group up with his other forces. Which isn't much, but it is something. So of course Xelenos is going to want to burn down those pikes as much as possible, but he doesn't have any support for his archers, so he could get run through there. RanDoM could. Looks like he was going to, but then he kind of stopped for a second. Ah, the Gondor Knights got a nice run through though. And there goes the Rohirrim, crushing those Lorien archers easily. And his Gondor Knights leveling up, and they will get away as well, so they will be able to heal up and regenerate. That's nice. And while the Lancers coming in to attack the base with the Summoned Eagles as well. Xelenos going for a Fortress Destroy here. Will he be able to take it down, I wonder? Will RanDoM be able to save it in time? He's summoned the Thillion Rangers. He's got a... well, actually, there's Dunedain Rangers, aren't there? I think the Eagles will still be here long before the Fortress, sadly. One Eagle will be able to take it down, and down it goes. Oh, that's brutal. RanDoM is now fortressless, which might cost him the game here. Great use of the power and the cavalry rush there to get the fortress down quick. But Xelenos, although Xelenos' base is under attack, and he has basically no defense at this point. Maybe he was too focused on trying to get that fortress down. Unfortunately, his army got killed, and now he might be on the other receiving end of some pain here. His barracks will fall fairly quickly. He doesn't have any fortress expansions of any kind either. So he's going to throw up a watchtower expansion.
They're coming straight for us.
RanDoM doing a nice job putting his pikemen right out in front of the barrack or the stable's door, so they have to trample them as they come out. That's never what you want to do. Look at all these archers. Oh yeah, all these are Dunedain, of course. But he is bringing support, and he has built a forward barracks, so he can continue the fight against Xelenos in his front door. I think Xelenos is in a lot of trouble here now. Looks like Haldr's been brought back to life to try and defend the fort, but I don't know if he's going to be enough. And it looks like he's getting some archers after those Lorien warriors. Those Lorien warriors will die fairly quickly to all these Thillion Rangers, though, with fire arrow upgrades. He's got a kind of, sort of behind Porcupine formation tower guards, but not quite. It's really going to be up to Haldir here. Unfortunately, I don't think Haldr's got the amount life pool necessary, and he does fall as well. Oh, that's brutal. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Legolas is back out in the field as well. He does have his Night Fighter and his Hawk Strike as well. Ooh, nice Hawk Strike on the Rohirrim there, though. Taking out majority of that battalion. And now he'll probably clean them up as well once they walk by. Indeed he does, and he actually gains a level from it as well. If you can get up to level 10, Arrowwind can actually destroy an army entirely by itself, pretty much. So that might be able to turn it around, but we'll see. Only time will tell, really. Tom Bombadil summoned from Xelenos, I'm guessing. Yep, it's green. Although he might want to use it over here. I don't know how long Tom Bombadil Summons is for this patch, but probably not long enough to get over to these guys, unfortunately. He's up to, Xelenos is up to 11 power points after getting the Eagles. He's at 328 of 750. And of course, RanDoM's still at a disadvantage. He doesn't have a fort yet. I don't even know if he has a builder, to be honest. He probably does. Oh yeah, he does. He built forward barracks. He's opting to forego the fortress. So the power points are irrelevant, but he does have 328 or 1,000. So his economy's doing better. Not by too much, though. Now that there's a few watchtower expansions here, Xelenos might be able to get back in this game. He has some defense. And he has a lot of archers. And Lorien archers are no slouch either. He just needs to get out of the way, though. Ooh, nice dodge of that long shot. Look at that, I even called it by the right name. Fantastic. We have arrow volley going down on the Athelians. They get out of the way very quickly. Very nice by RanDoM. Managed to negate all that damage. And in come the Rohirrim to clean up, though. Although losing lots of number to Legolas. These forward barracks has got to be gotten rid of. Gotten rid of. And Xelenos needs to secure his front door, though. We got more Athelians, more soldiers, and more Rohirrim coming out for RanDoM. And it looks like Xelenos is actually going to be able to get rid of this forward barracks. Both of them. He's got some swordsmen and Haldir back out in the field as well, who does give the leadership 50% damage. So with the swordsmen, they will be doing fairly good damage. Of course, they don't get the armor buff. And now we have Legolas over here chasing down some Rohirrim. Looks like he's going to go for a hawk strike undoubtedly, I would expect. Maybe not. Just going to chase him down, pick him off as he can, I guess, which is fair. I'm sure he's busy elsewhere. Moving his main bulk of his army through the forward into the middle. And unfortunately, without a fort, the base of RanDoM could fall very easily. There's literally nothing here to defend himself except for an arrow tower on this farm and whatever army he has on the field at the moment. So Xelenos could win this game fairly easily and fairly quickly if he's good and lucky enough. Things are going to get increasingly harder for RanDoM to actually win the game, I think. Since he does not have powers. And he has lost his forward barracks as well. And he's continuing to lose farms all across the place. Looks like he's losing one there, lost one there. That's going to hit his economy. And he'll probably lose stuff over here. Looks like he's expanding this way. Oh god, it's so loud. I'd forgotten how loud that ant summon was in patch 1.08. Oh, I hate it. I really hope that kind of stuff gets toned down in 1.09. But yeah, 3 Ents get summoned with the Ent summon in patch 1.08, of course, which is very powerful. 3 Ents is ridiculous. And RanDoM has been defeated. Well, that was actually a pretty good game. Very close match for both teams, actually. I thought Xelenos was going to lose the game for a minute there, and then I definitely thought RanDoM was going to lose the game, but it swung back and forth, and then RanDoM eventually succumbed to Xelenos. So, that was a pretty good game, though. I hope you guys enjoyed that cast, and I will see you in the next cast of patch 1.08 for Battlefield 2. So see you guys next time.